Greetings. Welcome to Lesson 3, Self-Assessment, Question 2. So we're given the function p of n is equal to 455n minus 1,820, and that represents the computer manufacturer's profit when n computers are sold. So the first task they ask us in part A is to identify the vertical intercept, write it as an ordered pair, and interpret its practical meaning in a complete sentence. So to get started on this, let's draw ourselves a little graph here, where we have the p by n axes, where this is n and this is p. In this case, p is going to be a positive number. We can't have a negative number of computers, but profit can be negative. As a matter of fact, in the case where we're asked to find the vertical intercept, what that means is that n was equal to 0. We didn't sell any computers. So what's going to turn out is that our profit's going to be down here. We're going to have a negative profit. And so as a matter of fact, if we plug that in other words, we look at p of 0, we'll end up with 455 times 0 minus 1,820, which ends up giving us the glorious ordered pair of 0 by 1,000, negative 1,820, right? Because when you evaluate this, this just comes out to be negative 1,820. Okay, so now we're supposed to interpret that. What does that mean in practical terms? Well, that says if you sell no computers, or if they, it's not us, right? If they sell 0 computers, they're going to be out money. If they sell 0 computers, they will be in a loss, and they're going to lose. Seems kind of a partly sum, but we'll just assume that that's what it is. They'll lose $1,820. Okay? All right, so that takes care of part A. Let's go on down here to part B. So in part B, they say determine the horizontal intercept, write it as an ordered pair, and interprets its practical meaning in a complete sentence. Well, the horizontal intercept is going to be where n is equal to 0. In other words, that's going to be the point where the profit, not n is going to be equal to 0, that profit's going to be equal to 0. We just did n equal to 0 up here. And what the practical meaning of that is, if you think about that, if we keep going like this, that's where we transition from being negative profit, not really making any money, to all of a sudden making positive profit. That point is usually referred to as the break-even point. So how do we go about calculating that? Well, that's the case where p was equal to 0. So we have 0 is equal to 455n minus 1,820. So let's go ahead and solve this equation for n. We'll do that by saying this is 1,820 is equal to 455n, or dividing both sides by 455. I think I'll go ahead and do that on my calculator. So let's get the calculator up here. So let's take 1,820 and divide that by 455, and we get back 4. So that tells me that in this case n would be equal to 4, so the ordered pair would be 4 by 0. So part B is they break even if they sell 4 computers. In other words, their profit is 0, which is the break-even point. It means they're not at a loss, but they haven't made any money yet. So they break even at 4 sold. Okay, well, hopefully that helped. See you back here soon for question 3.